Welcome back, soul brothers and sisters, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Conversation Between Soul Brothers, where we talk about the issues facing our community and beyond. I'm with my dogs, my soul brother Will, and my soul brother Bo. Phil, we'll catch you next week, player. What up, though, man?
What it do?
What's happening? What's
Right?
happening?
Yeah,
Glad to have y'all back this week.
glad
You
to
know what
be
I'm
back,
saying?
bro.
We
For
should be
sure.
back at full strength next week, Got
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
But we're not going to hold the folks. Hey, man, got a nice little topic. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
Ooh,
Woo. It's not for you sensitive females.
no, not at all. Not
Yeah,
for you sensitive men either.
Oh
right.
man, them
For
bitter brother
real.
feminists.
Yeah.
Woo, that's a toughie, man. Some say you can, some say you can't. So,
Okay, expound
I'm
on it,
gonna
brother.
jump out there. Say again, bro.
Expound on it, brother.
Um, oh God. Some say you cannot turn a home into a housewife, but as my brother said earlier, we was talking about before we jumped into the conversation, was that it depends on the lady. Is she willing to change her hoish ways and take accountability to why she was a hoe in the first place? And did that right man come along and she felt a certain something for that man to say, you know what? I don't want to do the things that I was doing with other men. I want to do all my freaky shit with just him. You see what I'm saying? That's that
Mhm.
whole romantic to say, hey, I'm gonna be a romantic woman for my man as opposed to all the men out here in the world. Now, the thing is, how would that man accept that knowing that she was a hoe throughout her time frame? Some people get in their head about this shit and don't know how to bypass it. So
Mhm.
that might be another topic down the road. But you can, if that woman wants to change her ways. We as men cannot change a hoe into a housewife. She has to want to be a housewife. That's what I believe and think. We can expand on that a little bit more, but
Mm-hmm.
that's my opinion.
Yeah, I like that perspective as well. But it takes. I feel as though it's going to take both of them.
Yeah,
We, like you said, it got to be a strong-minded man to deal with a woman with a past.
yeah.
And then it has to be a woman that wants to change from her past. Like we talked about before we got on camera, the rebellious spirit of a woman is which I feel as though leads him into that hoish path or the Jezebel spirit. That, they might be a little bit more heavy in the masculine energy, as a woman. And but I think it comes back to submission, too, with that woman, and then run into a man that will lead her out of that horse path, or run into a man that's patient enough to help her mature out of that stage of her life, or a woman that wants stability, security, and if she sees that with a man, she's going to pull back and give him, like you said, be that hoe and all, the freaky tale for him, because she gonna real when she realized, oh dang, maybe the man, maybe he the prize, and I got one, so let me change my way. Like you say, like they say, a woman will always submit to the right man, and they won't be mad about the word submitting,
Hmm.
you know.
For sure.
Because a lot of times, yeah, I'm not submitting to no, but that's that independent, strong, masculine, rebellious spirit. I'm not gonna be submitting. Submit to who? Who? Nah. But the right man come on, she's like, yes, get soft,
It's all
yeah,
on
soft
you,
girl hair
yeah.
come out. Yes,
Yeah, man.
babe, yes, babe, and that rah go away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, it's possible. It takes, like I said, it takes two. That's
It's
what
gonna
I
take
believe.
some
I
work.
believe it takes two.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some work because, like you
Yeah.
said, something caused them to be that way in the first place.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I mean, just looking at the definition of an alpha widow, right? An alpha widow is a woman that had that guy she thought was the pinnacle of all men, and everybody else is just fodder. You know what I'm saying? They just,
Yeah.
they ain't
Yeah.
nothing compared to him, and he could have destroyed her. Like I'm looking at this Jasmine Sullivan tune, and I'm gonna read her verse, and it says, You must have wanted something different. Still don't know what I was missing. What you asked, I would have given. It ain't right how these hoes be winning. Why they be winning? Yeah. Why they be. No hope for a girl like me. How come they be winning? Yeah. Why they be winning? Why they be. And I ain't wanna be, but you gonna make a hoe out of me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
She
yeah,
got
you
the
had to break
right
down the
one,
line.
man. She got the right one. She like, shit, I'm gonna be a hoe just for you, bro.
And it's like, and what chicks don't realize is, it's like, well, why the hoes are the ones ending up with all the men, the good men, and this and that and the other. I was like, well, you got to realize, you know, at some point, she probably done been out there, did what she did, the whole 9 yards, and now she's realizing, you know what? I had this, I had that. Now this is what I want. Her
Mm-hmm.
mind is dead set.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
women are transactional nowadays, so they're just chasing the bag. So whoever got the
Mhm.
bread, they can get
Yeah.
some, they
Yeah.
can get, they can play a
Yeah.
little bit, right? But those are a lot of times not the men that they really, really want. It's just, hey, I'm chasing that bag. You
Yep.
know, the hoes done been out there already. They done experienced they done had everything from the pastor, the politician, the ball player,
Yeah.
Yes,
everything.
Yeah.
sir.
Now
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? Now this is what, you know, I want right here. And it's all up to her. Like we said earlier, it's up to her whether or not she want to change from being out here in the streets and just what they say, be a lady in the bed, and the
No,
what in
lady
the
in the
sheets or
streets,
something
a
like
freak
that.
in the
Be a
bed.
lady
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
streets
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what in the
Yeah.
sheets. It's all up to her, man. Whether or not she gonna say, hey, Rod is my guy, and I'm just gonna do this for no other man. Whoop 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 whoop. And like you said, Bo, now the dude has to be able to handle her past.
Yeah.
Right.
Can
That's
he
what
Yeah.
handle
that
Yeah.
that
boy, that's a
past?
whole
Yeah.
different story
Yeah. That's a
because
whole
the
different story.
insecurity of that man or the
Man.
security of that man of how she used to be. Boy,
Yep.
because when they out there in the streets and everybody know
What?
Felicia,
What?
hey, that's Felicia. What's up, girl? How you doing? What you know him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the baller, right? Oh, that's the
Yeah.
dope boy. Damn,
Yeah.
you know him too. That'll get in, man. That'll get in guy's psyche like a
For
motherfucker, man.
sure.
They
For
start
sure.
feeling a certain
For
way, like
sure.
what the fuck is going on here? But
Hey,
no,
listen.
he chose you though. That's
Yeah.
where you got to be strong. Go, you know what? Damn, what she had. She has you now. What are you doing to keep her from stepping back out there? She chose you, so you got to do what you got to do to keep her initiated into what it is that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, fuck it, I like this motherfucker. I'm going to stop doing
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
just to do him. So he got to stand strong on his 10 toes and go, you know what? Fuck her past. I got her.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
guys would call that simping, but nah, Nick, that's
You
just him
see?
being
Yeah.
a man
Yeah.
loving on his lady because everybody
Yeah.
got a past. We all
Yeah.
have fucked some people in
Yeah.
our lives. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
did some shit in our
Yeah.
lives. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But when you get with that one, hey, you know what? I like what I like. And
Yeah.
that's probably what that is. But the question is, for the women who became hoes and fucked everybody, what traumatized you or made you become your Lego
Mm.
woman? Sometimes it may be I don't a trauma from like maybe someone touching you in a sexual manner and you just became exploratory because of that because it happened, or you got turned the fuck out. Somebody beat you down so good, like an
Yeah.
addict, and you want to find that high. It was like, oh, that first time was so good, and you just looking for that high. So you out there just hitting everybody trying to find that first high. That's how some ladies become. I mean, ladies, if it's like that, let us know. We don't want to assume anything, but that's the logic that I can take from it. Because I know some people who became very sexual after
At an
certain
early
happened
age.
to them in their life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's familiar to them. They feel loved in a way. You understand what I'm
Mm.
saying? So that's just something that they do because they associate sex with love. You feel me? So they start doing things like that. I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that's just my logic. And if I'm wrong, anybody in the comments, let me know because I'm just sort of giving my opinion on it and asking the question. You know?
That's a great perspective, Will. You hit on a lot of notes, man. You hit on a lot of notes that could be true in a whole bunch of situations. And sometimes it is a competition in some women,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you
Oh,
know. Oh, I
Oh,
can do it. Oh yeah,
come
me.
on.
Oh, I'm just as good, it becomes competitive for some women to exude their sexual power.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Exude that, because there it's easier. Like what's the saying that says, um, men, we fuck who we can. Women, they fuck who they want to.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference because once they realize that sexual power, oh yeah, that's when they get to, swaying and oh yeah, there you go, I can do it. They know what they can do with it. But
Mm-hmm.
it takes if they see something that's worth keeping, then they'll submit or then they'll revert from the horse ways and be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna ride with this one. And then leave the whole phase and turn into a housewife,
Yeah.
you know.
No.
But and then on the other end, hey, that man has to be patient, has
Yeah.
to be understanding. Because
Yes.
like I say, that past is a motherfucker because we have pasts too. Because I know my
Yeah.
past. I got a cold past.
Yes, sir. You and me both, Playboy. I think all three of us in this room.
so basically, I'm the only one that's coming out of the church.
And we know how they are in the church. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Praise God. Praise God.
Because you heard the rumors about the church girls. Oh,
Yes,
not that
Lord.
church boy.
Woo-wee.
Hey, hey, I
Hey,
graduated
yeah.
from a Catholic school.
Yes, sir. Boy. All girls used to be
You wild
cold
boy
with
for
it.
that one. Hey, Ryan, you wild boy for that one. Hey,
Hey,
shit.
hey, but a young lady said, a hoe's final form is a religious woman.
Mm,
That's what a woman
Woo.
said. I'm quoting
Hey,
her.
hey,
I'm quoting
hey,
her.
hey, yeah,
say that
try to,
again, Rod. A whole
yeah.
finest what? Say again.
A hoe's final form is a
Mm,
religious woman.
That
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah.
But that is
It
so
ain't it
true.
ain't nothing I
Yeah,
made
It's
up.
so true. Yeah, hey,
yeah, it's so
they
true.
get very righteous and holier than thou
Yeah,
after years,
yeah,
man.
Hey,
Wow.
after years of just throwing
Boy.
it back, boom, boom.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then they try to impose this narrative on the girls, and they're like, "Oh, you wanna back in the day with it, knowing you was out there
Yeah.
gobbling and throwing them up in the
Oh,
air.
Had that
Come
turkey
on,
neck, gobble,
man.
gobble, gobble.
Come on, man. They go try to tell your babies, girl. God don't like that.
Hey, but you know what? I just pulled up something on promiscuity, right?
Uh-huh.
And you touched on some of it, and it says here are some commonly discussed factors that can influence promiscuous behavior in women.
Okay.
And it says social and cultural environment. In cultures or social groups where casual sex is normalized, people may feel less pressure to restrict their sexual behavior. Media, music, and social platforms sometimes promote sexual freedom as empowerment.
Yep.
Look what we got nowadays. You got the feminists saying, hey, go have your whole phase, go sleep with any and everybody. But my only question, well, one of my questions to a young lady that says, hey, you need your whole phase. I'm like, well, you're of age. You're about my age now. You had your whole phase. And you got a lot of issues with men. You don't think just sleeping with a bunch of random dudes that didn't give a fuck about you caused you to be this way? Why would you want that's like me selling dope and leading a young guy down the same path I went from and like, yo, you should do this. You should No, I don't want you to have none of the issues I went through. So I'm gonna lead you down a different route so you don't have to go through what I've been through. So her whole hookup was, every woman need to have a whole phase. I said, no, it sounds like y'all older women be competing with these younger women, trying to, distort, them and their character because yours is distorted.
Mm,
That's my take on it. I ain't no PhD doctor,
yeah.
therapist, or nothing. But it's just, hey, I've been with a few women in my lifetime, right? And they have not always been the good girls.
Yeah. Come on.
As a matter of fact, the majority of them was the bad girl. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
It's like they like
So
bad boys. Sometimes we like bad girls.
yeah.
yeah.
And and being prior military, well, you know this, we had our pick.
Oh,
And
bro, I lived
he
on
was
Oh,
Fort
able to.
Bragg, so and
yeah,
Fort
oh yeah,
Belvoir.
yeah, for sure.
So
Being prior, oh yeah, we had our pick.
Over
You
and
know what I'm
under. What they
saying?
call it, over and under.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
uh,
I truly believe that sometimes they get advice from, say, bitter scorn women,
yeah,
mhm.
say, go through their whole phase so they can learn what they like, you know? And sometimes that's why you get married women that's been married for so long, and they get some outside penis, it's a wrap, you know. Whoo.
They go
They be
usually
like,
for
oh,
man,
and
they nuts.
they have never bust that good one, and
yes,
they
sir.
never get. Oh, then somebody outside the husband make them. They're gonna be like, that's when they're gonna jump into that whole phase
Yeah,
because they done found out what they like,
yeah.
and they get to, hey, listen, I'm guilty of it. Then, hey, I done opened up a few noses myself and let them know, hey, this is what you're supposed to be getting at home,
Yes,
you
sir.
know. And that will make a woman question her, you know,
Yeah, her
femininity,
situation.
her
Yeah,
whole
a
situation.
situation, a
Yeah,
whole
Yeah.
situation for
yeah.
sure.
And I say that's why I say it's for. And I think sometimes when you get a woman that's experienced her whole phase, they make the best wives.
Yeah, because they know
You know
what
what I'm
they like
saying?
and what they want and how to give it and what
Yeah,
all
and they
that
know
good
how to
things. So
keep
they
you at
know,
home.
they know. They're like,
Yeah,
hey, wait a minute now, don't do that. I don't
yeah,
like it there. But you know
yeah,
what? Please do this.
yeah,
No.
Hey,
yeah,
Okay.
but
yeah.
you know
But
what
What
it
though?
was about,
did.
what was about to say,
For
Rod?
for me, you know, it's not really about the body count and all this other stuff, because a lot of times we don't know the actual number. These chicks will tell you I only slept with 3 guys and it's really 30. You feel me?
Yeah, well, my
So,
man say you got to times it by three. J. Cole.
bruh, hey, anything,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
thing was anything from 1 to 10 multiplied by 3, 10 to
yeah,
20 hit it by 2, you know. 20 and up, they might be telling the truth right there.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it's like, it, I just want to know, man, when these women when they're out here, because your body is supposed to be the most precious thing that you have besides your mind and your spirit. So your
Hmm.
mind, body, and your soul. Those are the three most valuable things that you have. So in order for you to give your body away, somebody had to tap into your mind.
Yeah,
Because brother, come on, let's be honest. That's what spitting game is all
Yeah,
about. It's
come on.
about
yeah.
us being able to, okay, I'm up.
Yeah,
Like I said, if I can make that ass giggle, I can make that ass wiggle.
That's ooh,
So
yeah,
once I
yeah.
get into you, and then and you allow me to become intimate with you,
come on.
boom. Now I can, your spirit going, now your spirit is gonna be like, oh man, I feel safe with him. Oh my God. Next thing you know, hey, that ass gonna follow.
Coochie galore.
Yeah,
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 Coochie
it's gonna
yeah,
galore.
follow.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
You know what I'm
Yes,
yeah,
saying?
sir.
So now I want to know, are you over what it was that made you? Because see, I'm a firm believer that, you know, you can break somebody to the point where you send them spiraling out of control, especially if they're not ones that have strong wills, right?
hmm
If
hmm
they're not strong-willed
hmm
individuals and they're not ever able to pick up the pieces, you can break somebody to the point where, I don't fuck these men. I'm just gonna do this, and
yeah,
dudes do it too.
yeah,
Hey, dudes get heartbroken. Man, fuck these hoes. I'm just gonna run through them. I don't trust nothing. When you've been broken spiritually
Yeah.
and mentally, your body is nothing but it's an open playground, man. It's like what to say,
yeah,
an idle mind is the devil's ass to play with. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So that's the thing I would like to talk to women about. It's like, yo, That's not sexual liberation. You guys have always been able to sleep with whoever you want to. The powerful thing about sex is you are the ones that allow access. So why give everybody access?
Yeah.
And them
They don't
soul
know the
ties
value.
are
Lot of-
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Them soul ties are motherfuckers.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So them
Yeah.
ladies, y'all
Yeah.
got them soul ties. Every time you sleep with somebody, you got a little bit of that person with you every time you go. And that's
But
mentally, spiritually, all of
yeah.
that. So sometimes the way you feel around that man when you with that man that you really like, some of these emotions and things that you have from another man be right there with you. And it causes some conflict sometimes. But
yeah.
that's a whole nother topic. But
Yeah.
we're talking
Right.
about whore's ways, but those whore's ways come with consequences and I can't think of the word right now, but some consequences is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And those soul ties is one of them. So just be mindful in how you out here giving that
Yeah.
thing
Be
though, because
cautious with that body.
yeah, because
Because
us as men,
we
yeah, go ahead.
leave, yeah, we leave a portion of us with that woman, with every woman we done been with.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, we leave a portion of it, and what they say, it stays with them for a lifetime.
Yeah,
you
yep.
know, so a woman has to be taught the power of her sexual, lifestyle, and the benefits and the downfall of being overly sexualized or being overly sexual, because you can take away from your power by being a hoe. You diminish your value in the eyes of a man. A lot of times that's how it is.
Yep.
Or, you increase your value, by abstaining. And women are the emotional vessel. We are the analytical and logical vessel. So them soul ties last longer with them. They
Yeah.
will be on them from every man that they done dealt with. After a while, it will affect them mentally.
Mm-hmm.
It will affect them mentally. That's why if a man gonna change a hoe into a housewife, you gotta have some patience because you gotta understand that she got some trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You she done latched on to one or two, been rejected by him. She done
Mm-hmm.
had one or two latch on her that she had to reject and then felt
Yeah,
guilty about doing it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff that goes on with a woman when she's out there, doing that. But as a man, it's a different aspect of it because we fruitful and multiply. We don't have it's they say it's what instinctual for us to procreate and you know keep on going and mating and different spouses, different mates or whatever. But that soul ties with the women is a heavier burden for them than it is for us. That's how I feel.
absolutely. That's why I bring
So
it up, man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a heavier burden for them, and it
Because
carries longer.
and because outside of
Hey,
rape, they have to
yeah.
allow you in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, if we exclude rape, a woman has to say, "Hey, I welcome your advances."
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
say, then you have to realize, why did she welcome your advances? Because I hey, let's be honest, man. We all done went out to the club. We don't even remember the chick's name or whatever. Them one night bangers was good back in the early early days. You know, you don't know who they are, man. You probably,
Yeah.
if you saw them face to face today, you'd be like, "You remember me?" No, I was off that Remy Martin back in the days. I don't remember nothing about you, Shorty. I mean,
And baby, I was on Long
it
Island
is
for a
what it is.
long time.
That was a long time ago,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and so something, and I always say I ain't no special dude. So it's like, damn. So
Yeah.
if I was
Yeah.
able to say, "Damn, what's up? Whoop 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 whoop,"
Yeah.
and next thing you know,
Cake, 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 cake.
right, you go your way, I go my way.
Hey,
Hey, I ain't never got to see you
Hey,
ever again.
yeah.
yeah.
And it's
Hey, but
like,
they be looking for the same thing too
Yes,
sometimes.
right,
yes,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
but
You
Like
know?
I
but
say,
why though? But why?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
That's that
question. Yeah.
question. Ladies,
Yeah.
holla at us. We want to know why though.
Yeah.
That's what we want to know. Why though? Why are you looking for that quick dick down?
Yeah.
Just want to be banged the fuck out and be like, yo, I met old boy at the club and he tore that shit up. Tell
Hey,
us why.
Mhm.
We want to know.
remember Sex in the City and shows like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you know, it's like they've always been preaching to women to go out and just get that thing up to random folks, man. And let's be totally honest with you. Now, as a young man growing, okay, we ain't gonna deviate too far, but I got a question to ask y'all
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
What did you realize at your grown ass age now about women that was a lie that was told to you as a youngster?
What do I know now that I didn't know when I was younger about women? Is that the question?
Basically,
Okay.
something somebody told you that turned out to be told you about women when you were younger that turned out to be false when you became older or more experienced with more women.
You gotta start that one, man. My roller days, my thing is just running through my memory, trying to see what somebody told me before.
And don't nothing stick with me right now. Cause
Yeah,
like I
see,
say, we go back to that first one of the earlier shows, and the topic was the mothers, hating the sons, hating their mothers. And, that's some of my trauma back then. I looked at, women mean. So I always thought if she was nice, she was a good girl. If she was mean, she was a bad girl. And that is totally, that is totally out. That's what I go back to there.
okay,
Because them nice girls, oh, they could be out cold. And then the
bro.
mean girls be some of the sweetest ones behind
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
doors. Yeah.
So growing up, I've always told how remember growing up, hey, what are little boys made of? Snips and snails and puppy dog
Puppy dog
tails.
tail, sugar
What
and
are little
spice,
Oh
girls
yeah.
made
everything nice.
of? Sugar and spice and everything nice. Okay. What I learned, man, in my adventures, what I learned was that most women that I've encountered are not truly loving, kind, affectionate, and all those things. They're not those things naturally. They seem to exhibit or show those things in an attempt to get something from you. And
Mm.
this is just my experience. I'm not saying this is every man's
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
but the majority of women that I've experienced is it's really just been like, hmm, okay, so you know how to turn that shit on and off.
Mm.
You know how to be loving when you want to. You know how
Mm.
to, be sexual when you want to.
Transactional.
Yeah.
Yeah, transactional.
Mm.
And it's like, I started kicking back and thinking like, and man, rest in peace to my brother, man. And I'm glad I hung out with the older homies or whatever, man. Just realizing and seeing and then dealing with older women and listening to older women. Just young men, be careful fucking around with older women. Please be careful. Because they got game. They got game.
I
Yes,
love
sir.
them
But
though.
Yeah.
I used
right,
to
right,
love
right.
them. I
Hey,
put. I
but
used to love them.
hey, but if you a man about your business and you know how to handle what they throw at you, you can learn a lot from an older woman because she
That's
gonna
how I
spit
learned
some
my
true
game.
game to you.
That's how I
And
learned my
man,
game.
I was just
Being around
realizing, man,
women
like,
and
damn, they know how to
absorbing.
turn this shit
They
on and
gonna
off.
tell you everything you need to know about
Yeah.
life, about men, about what they like and what they don't like. That's how I learned got my game and learned how to deal with women because I listened to women.
Yeah.
They told
Yeah.
me everything that I needed to know. Oh, girl, I like when he does X, Y, Z. I love when he does this. Oh, I love when they do this. And I'm sitting there like, oh, really? They forget I'm in the room sometimes. They be like, girl, and they go to touching me. I'm like, I'm not no damn girl. But keep going because I'm hearing you. So it gave me the ability to actually be in a woman's head sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It gave me that game. So
Yeah.
I know how to open up my ears and listen and be one with that woman and let her pour herself into me so I can pour
Hmm.
myself into her because
Hmm.
I got game from the elders. And then them older women, oh, he's so charming. Oh, you're so debonair. Look at you, young man. Oh, come here, young man. And they just feed me all type of game. And I ate it all up. That's just me. But what getting back to what you asked me, but what I learned is that women are very manipulative.
Yep.
Manipulative. I think I said that. I think I said it right or wrong.
Manipulative.
Manipulative.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part. That's what I found out. I found out that, like you said, Rod, women are XYZ, but like you say, transactional. They manipulate what it is that they want from the person that they have that they are with. They know how to, like you say, turn it on and off. They know how to
Yeah,
manipulate that situation and say, okay, if I do XYZ, he'll do XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I can get
yeah,
what I want out that situation. They
yeah.
manipulate. And they say men manipulate, but I think women have a bigger edge than us when it comes to that. Because they said pussy rules the world. I've heard that all my life. Is it true? Is the question. I'm not sure. Because I think we may rule the world. And just pussy is there at our excess. But that's another conversation.
Well, I mean, to expound on what you just said about pussy ruling the world, I think that's, because a young lady was saying how they had to fight for all of their rights and stuff.
Hmm.
I'm like, you didn't have to fight for anything. You never had to fight for anything. And and of course it triggered her. I say, y'all complained about it, but y'all didn't have to fight. A fight is when you go win a war, when you knock some motherfuckers off. That's a fight. You guys, y'all received empathy from men. So y'all say men are so evil, but if we were as evil as you said, it would be a free for all. Y'all couldn't stop us. So we felt empathy towards y'all. And the rights that you have, we gave y'all rights. We gave them to them because guess who's in power? Men.
Yeah.
Now, can a woman manipulate a man? Look, what's the Bible? Samson and Delilah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, she threw that thing on that boy, cut his hair, and fucked his whole world up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know,
As Eve did
women
Adam.
see, and women can manipulate men,
Yeah.
especially men in power.
Yes.
You
Oh
get
yeah.
you
Yeah.
get those men in power. She throw that thing on. That's why. Hey, why do you think anytime you want to get to a man or knock him off his square, you send a woman
You send a
into him?
woman.
It's in
You
the
What
send
they
a
what they
woman.
do to Bin
Exactly.
Laden?
Come
They
on,
Yeah.
sent
man.
the woman into him for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent the woman. For all of them kings back in the day, they sent
Yeah.
a pretty thing in there, man.
They say the woman will be the downfall of every great kingdom.
Come
Hey,
on.
look, your boy from Michigan, Sharon Moore. What they do? They sent
Yeah.
her to
Yeah.
him,
Set
Mm-hmm.
him up.
Mm-hmm.
Set him
and
up.
he fell for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he just got
Yep.
to quit it too, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just
Yes.
yeah.
say that. Yeah.
But had he turned her down in the first place, he would never be in
It
this
would have never
situation.
been
Man,
in
you
there.
never
Yep.
been
There
in that
you go. There
situation.
you go.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
know.
Yep. Yep.
And don't
Yep.
get me wrong, we've all faltered, we've all done our dirt. Man, I've been the cheater and the cheated on, the caught and the taught.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been on both sides of the fence, and and it's like, well, why do men cheat? Well, because we can, because I want to. It ain't
Yep.
got nothing to do with you.
Yep.
I saw something, I
Yep.
liked it, and I wanted to test it,
Yep.
and I did.
And that's
Yep.
facts, man. That's
And but
facts.
Yep.
women don't care. Women do not care if you are involved with anybody.
They really don't. Cause like I said earlier, they fuck who they women fuck who they want.
Come on.
We fuck
There
who
you
we
go.
can. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? If they can get it, oh yeah. If they see you they interested in their little advances or their little damsel in distress, signals or whatever, oh yeah, they'll play on it, get what they want, and they know how to move on. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool. You know?
Yeah.
And I've been used in a good way several times, and I don't mind. I didn't mind
Right.
it. I understood it. I understood the assignment, as they would say back
Right.
then.
Right.
I was cool for the night, and I was okay with it because that's all I wanted.
For sure.
I know what my magnetism and uh my energy attracts. When I'm out there, back in the day when I was doing, I exuded sexuality. I'm working with something. What's happening? I know what
And
to
that's all
do.
you wanted, though.
Yes, and they got
For
the, and they
sure.
have the same they got the same mindset at certain stages in their life. That's
Yep.
all they want. Looking
Yep.
for a good time, not to feel hurt and pain from whatever they was running from, whatever they
Yep.
running from. They just want to feel good and somebody presence that ain't gonna dog them out or do them dirty as long as they can feel as though they got the upper hand, they're gonna be all right. You know, that's how they feel. I'll be all right. Let me go bust this nut with this dude, and I'm cool.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Hey, because you got to realize, a woman always have a plethora of men around that she
Yes.
I
knows
was just
like
thinking
her.
that.
Yes.
They got a
A
man
Yes.
for
woman,
everything,
and
Joe.
Yes.
every
Yes.
woman,
Yes.
has a group. She, and I'm not saying she's messing with them, but she
Yeah.
knows she can.
Right. There you
Yes.
go. Yep.
She know,
Yes.
and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because like I said, back in my days of not giving a damn, I could be sitting in the same room with dude and his woman, and I would not say a word. Like, and I know in the back of my mind, bro, as soon as you leave, she gonna get bent and sent.
That is terrible, but it's
It
so
is, man.
true.
But it's
And I
It's
true,
repented
terrible,
bro.
from
It's
but
those
it's
evil
true.
so
ways.
true. Woo!
True, God. It's true. For
And
real.
bro,
Yeah.
and it's like, but I'm gonna put it to you this way. I remember, man, as a young dude, man, I'm not gonna name where I was because it's still a thing probably to this day. But the thing was, once I met dude, I had to back up. I'm like, he a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
this dude.
Yep.
I'm like,
yeah.
you ain't
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother,
Yeah.
like, hey man, how you doing, man? This and that and the other. I'm like, I feel like a
Yep.
heel.
Yep.
You
Yep.
can't do it, man.
Yep.
You
Now,
can't
couldn't
do
do
it.
it
Yep.
no more,
Man.
bro.
And it's messed up. They are all cold at that.
Bruh,
To have a
they
good
cold with it.
brother. Yeah, be dealing with a good brother, and and you run across a good brother because as black men especially, we see another brother. Hey, it's an unconscious understanding. Okay, I know what you're dealing with. I know what you're going through, waking up every day in this world. So it's a form of empathy and sympathy we're gonna have for each other,
Yeah.
especially if a brother come to you with some genuine energy, like, "What's up, man? Hey, how you doing, brother?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Damn, what's
If
up,
you
man?
distract this girl, it's
Man,
like,
I'm
oh
tearing it.
man.
I've been in that situation too, Rob. But
Oh. Hey, how come
hey,
my man don't come around no more?
yeah,
And
yeah,
he was a
yeah,
good dude. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I had to stop, man, because
yeah,
every time I
yeah.
saw your girl,
But
it's
they
like,
don't. Hey,
you know,
they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They'll go home with him and be like, "All right, babe, I'm gonna go to girlfriend house." Well, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Hey,
you can no longer glaze the hams no more, man. You feel me?
man,
Because it's like it's not cool, man. And I was like, man,
yeah,
and that was really, I was like, man, that's kind of fucked up, It's like,
yeah. Had
but
to look at yourself.
hey, but here go the funny thing, when the shoe was on the other foot,
damn,
when you run into that situation where you the guy getting
you was the
cheated
guy.
on,
Ah,
bruh. I know we supposed to be trying to turn hoes into housewives, and maybe but, when it happened to me, man, and I went and hollered at my brother, man, and the homies, man. Like I said, I was hanging out with the older cats, man, and I'm hollering at them. The first time it happened to me, man, I thought I was the shit. I'm like, man, I'm laying this down. I'm laying pipe. I'm laying this joint, right? Man, she told me, I was like, man. I told my brother, I was like, man, she fucked somebody else. The big homie was like, you fucking somebody else? And I was like, I'm like, I'm like, but man, I'm me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's me. You supposed to be taking my side of the story. He was like, nah,
nah,
bro.
nah, young blood.
You doing your
Yeah,
thing, bro. That's called karma. That's when I realized
yeah,
what karma was. He said, man, that's
yeah,
karma, bro. You either gonna forgive her and get back with her, forgive her and leave her alone. Either way it go, you
yeah,
gotta forgive her.
Either
yeah.
way.
So
Yep.
I'm sitting
Because
there
you doing the
like,
same thing.
oh, snap. I'm like, man, because like I said, I always thought that, because everybody say how loyal women are and this and that and the other, whoop, whoop, whoop. And come to find out, she was cheating before I was. You feel me? So I was like, damn.
Damn.
So I was like, man, I said, okay, man. I learned that lesson. And I don't take any woman for granted because I know the most
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
things in nature are
yeah,
the most deadliest.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I know that feeling, right? Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like that too. Like, what? I felt like the audacity.
Right.
Right.
Mess with you. You beneath me, and you gonna do this? How dare you? I'm telling you. And then once I was like, damn, nigga, you out here bold in the motherfucker. She should have done that shit a long time ago. So I had to take accountability with myself.
It was
'Cause I
me
was,
when it happened to me. I was
yeah,
like, well, I can't be mad with it because I know what the fuck I was doing. So
yeah, yeah,
maybe I deserve that shit. So hey, do what you gotta do. Just don't do it too often. I was a
yeah,
different type of guy. I was like, well, shit, it happened. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Just don't let this shit happen again. And then when it happened again, I was like, well, damn, it happened again. Well, I can't really say much about it because I know what the fuck I did. So we gonna either work this shit out and keep it moving, or we gonna break the fuck up. What you want? And then
yeah,
we had a conversation, but I didn't never really trip on it when I realized it happened.
No,
I,
yeah,
no.
I didn't
You know
trip.
what, bro?
I was shocked, but I was like, damn,
Yeah.
she is a human being and she's a beautiful woman. So I
yeah.
guess where the attraction came in that. But damn, you fucked him. Like I can't believe you
Hey,
went there
man,
with him and shit. But
that
I
shit
get it.
had me.
I get
It's like,
it. I get it.
it's like, damn, me? I'm the
Right,
one that
right.
knock off everybody woman. You know?
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. In all my life, I've never dealt with another man's woman, and I found out that they was on the outs. That's when I realized that they had somebody. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm,
me and him breaking up like the next few days. I didn't know because when I knew him, I didn't know of that. But then it's like, oh, we're done. I'm like, oh damn, I cracked that, and y'all were still together. I felt some type of way, like you say, Rod. Ah, that's that brother. He was cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? And, I never knew. So I've never been that guy. Even in I never dealt with anybody that I knew was dealing with somebody. At least so I
bruh,
thought. So I
that was the
thought. You know what I'm
game.
saying? Huh?
That was the game back in the day, man.
Yeah,
It was like, look, man, I'm a hustler and a nut buster, man. I'm coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's what every day was, man. You wake up, figure out who getting cracked next. I don't give a damn who. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. At that point in that stage of my life, I didn't care about no
Yeah.
dude and whatever, man. Case in point, one chick says, hey, well, we got to be really, really smooth about this because if my man find out, you gonna have a problem. I said, no, you gonna have a problem, and if he come fuck with me, he gonna have a real problem. I was like, cause
Right.
this ain't just no, I'm the lover boy. No, shit, I got hands. Like, I'm with them shits.
yeah, yeah,
And and and
yeah,
and then I got some mans in them, they with the shits too. So if he come
yeah,
with what, I'm like, I'm good. But
yeah,
it's like you start growing up
Exactly.
and you start
yeah.
realizing, like, you know what, man? Like committing this major violation, man, of banging somebody in their home.
Ooh, you bad
I,
boy.
bruh, I was on some bullshit. I was on some bullshit, and and like I said, I knew who she was, man. Hey, if he would have ever came over me, I'd be like, bro, she cheating on both of us, bro. She got another dude.
Ah!
Hey, you see the
I ain't,
conversation we
I ain't
had
the
and we
only one.
reminiscing about the past? This is the same thing that these women do. This is the same
Boy, you better
thing.
say it.
The
I told
same
you.
exact
I've been in
conversation
the
that we
room. I've
had.
been around. I'm in the
Listen,
kitchen doing shit, hearing the
so
conversation.
yeah,
Like,
if
damn.
if a man whore can be turned into a husband, how come a whore can be turned into a housewife? Because it come to a point, like you say, maturity. It come to a point where we like, we all said that we was like, you know what? She'll
Yeah.
come out her whole phase and be ready. But it just depends, some take longer than others. I'm
Yeah,
just thinking about this as we talking about it. Not to
yeah,
cut you
yeah.
off, Rob, but
No,
that's
no, no,
what was
no.
just
Hell
on my
no.
mind as you were
Oh,
saying it. Like,
that's real, man.
damn, that's real
That's
shit.
real shit, man.
Yeah. Because
That's
I done
real
said,
shit.
listen, man. I have 5 aunts. 3 of us, like I said, we stair step in age.
Yeah.
They right above me. They like my big sisters. They had me hunching on little girls when I was little. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the sound bubble. You know. So I've been for a long time. Just dry humping. and watching them and watching them what they go through and watching them how they maneuver helps shape me along with the old head, like you say, Rod, the old heads in the hood groom me to be. And when I wanted to be a good dude and I made the switch, I'm like, fuck that. Shit, I value myself more than out here. Body count don't mean nothing. This frivolous sex here and there. That's BS. I start valuing my nut. You know what I'm saying? Valuing myself. I think when a woman becomes mature in who she is and her understanding, like, damn, I'm more, I'm more than a wet ass. I don't need to, maybe I
Yep.
can be better, be more than what I am, you know. And it takes a man to reveal to a woman to allow herself to see herself as more than what she is. And I think she'd come around like, oh damn, this how he see me. Yeah, but this time, I'm sorry, man. I just,
No, man.
we Virgos, we overthink, you know what I'm saying? In the middle of the
Nah, but
conversation, I just started thinking about that. Like, damn, that's some real shit, though, Rod.
No
we
doubt.
we,
That's real.
hey man.
That's
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's like, I was talking to my son, man, and you know, he got his little page, his little Instagram, taking off his little shirt and shit, and I'm like, bro, I said, let me holler at you, man. The sign of manhood is not running through all of them. It's not that I say manhood actually begins before you start even having sex, man. Manhood starts from the time a young man comes out the womb because we're trying to lead him into the right direction. If
yes,
if we if our
Yeah,
intentions for him are good.
yeah.
And what I would tell any young man, I know the majority of us gonna run through some chicks. Be honest. Let them know what
Yep.
it's about.
yeah,
Hey,
You know,
yeah.
that's
let
it.
them
That's
know.
game changer.
Hey.
Let them know. Or if you find when you find out who you are, what kind of man you are, your likes and dislikes, your boundaries. See, now you can actually find a woman that fits neatly within your world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like and and like you said, Bo, this real time thinking. This real time thinking. This not what I've been thinking about. This is real time thinking, and it's like, once you say, man, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that, and now, oh man, I could take her and put her right here because, hey,
Yeah,
she fits the majority of what I want. She
yeah,
ain't gonna fit
Come
yeah,
on,
everything because
man.
I don't fit everything for her.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can find a woman, and we got to start looking past sometimes. And you said it a few weeks ago, Bo, about um, find somebody that treats you the best, not necessarily looks the best.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
You see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, I always
So
tell my son, fuck the one that look the best, get the one that do the
it
best.
treats you the
You know what I'm
best,
saying?
and
Yeah,
and and, if you're lucky, she might be both.
maybe yes. Yeah, oh,
You know,
yeah,
but find somebody that you find attractive that actually likes you for who you are.
yeah, yeah.
If you can find somebody that likes you for who you are, man, you winning the game.
Yes, yes, yeah.
You
You on
know,
top of it,
yeah,
you got one up, and like and especially if she comes into it with a teammate mentality, oh, let's build
oh,
something. Or
ooh,
let's take
ooh,
and her
bruh,
vocabulary starts to change from me to we. Oh, come on. Or
bruh,
or
bruh,
let's or
bruh,
huh?
bruh. You looking at you looking at a dynasty.
What? Come on, man.
when
Yeah,
when when
yeah,
when she, like you say, when she go from me to we,
yeah, yes,
and and
yeah.
and you have that same mentality, because I was talking to someone, man, about um, narcissism in women, and I was like, you know what? I said, just imagine a person telling you that they are the prize. I said, really look at a person telling you that they're the prize. They're telling you that, yo, you lucky to have me. You
Yes.
know, you had to beat out a few people to get me, you know, and you may have to, because you only an NBA champion for 1 year, right? So the prize at the end of the day in the NBA season
Oh,
is a
wow. Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm saying neither one of us ain't the prize. We're not the prize. We're just participants in the game, right? So
Ooh,
this is
yeah.
this is this is my this is me. This is my Virgo brain breaking down this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
come to
Yeah.
talk about the table, the table is nothing but the game of the relationship. When
Mhm.
we ask you, what do you bring to the game of the table? We want to know, what do I get out of dealing with you? What's the benefits that I will gain from you? Because you know the benefits you're going to get from me. Now, what's the
Yeah.
benefits that I will gain? It's not necessarily you got to pay 50% of the bills and it's no, 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 no. I want to know, do I got a teammate? Do I got
Yeah.
somebody that'll help
Yeah.
me rise and fly? Do I
Yeah.
got somebody that's
Yeah.
gonna say, baby, what's wrong? You ain't got to do this by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want somebody you could say, I'm vulnerable, man. Hey, I'm feeling this kind of way today. You want to be able to have a woman that you can just really let it out to, and she's
Yeah.
still looking at you as the man she always thought
Yeah.
you was.
Come
Yeah.
on. Speak
Yeah.
on it. Preach
That's
on it, preacher.
and that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Now, the prize at the end of it all is that healthy relationship that you can pass on to your children
Come on.
so that
Yeah.
they'll
That
have
example. Yeah.
healthy that
Yeah.
example of a good healthy relationship,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
going to know, guess what, mom and dad wasn't always rocking with each other. Some days mom hated dad and dad hated mom, but
Hey,
guess
mom,
what,
no
it
doubt.
was always love there and
Yeah.
respect. That's when you know how much a person love you, is during those times of them arguments. Because when they don't dig deep and try to hurt you, we basically we arguing about the thing. You left the damn toilet seat up. No, you left. Well, pull it down. And now there's no insults. It's just about the toilet seat being up or down.
Yeah.
It's not about you a punk ass nigga. Your mom ain't shit. Your daddy a hoe ass nigga.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
ain't none of
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't no low blows.
yeah,
You're right. No low blows. No
yeah.
low blows.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's nail on the head. Boy,
Boy.
that's great. That's great situational awareness and conversation right there. Like you say, right? Men thought. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You find that one that fit. Because you
Yeah,
get to a point where you like, that's bull. We get to a point where we can discern of the value a person will bring to our life, man or
Yeah.
woman. We get to a point where we're like, dang, shit, she this, and this. Shit, if she ain't that, I got that. I pick that side up, or you get you a mate that can pick up the slack. You know,
yeah.
sometimes them whores make the best housewives because they be well rounded. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
For sure.
They done been around. They done did some things. Done had some things done for them. They know how to operate under pressure.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
They know how to operate in shortcomings. They know how to make shit stretch. They might,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Come on.
saying?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's all about, once they get to a point where they want to leave that whole phase alone, and they find a man that fits in their world, just like we just said, Rob. If we
Mm-hmm.
find a woman that fit, hey, if that puzzle matches up, oh, that's that's a big three with two. You know how they put that dream team together.
Yep.
But yeah, it has to be a certain level of maturity and self awareness. And when you start taking accountability of yourself and your past, I think that's where that shit comes. You know, and for us, it might come a little later than some women because we can bounce back, but women might go through that whole phase from 25 to 35, or 25 to 40. Shit, we might go from that whole phase from 20 to 45, 20 to 50.
Yeah.
Joker be like, shit, this nigga, I don't want no old wore out man. He 50, want to settle down now. you know, that be the thing. Young ladies will wear out them good years in 5 years,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know,
That
and
wear and tear on that body, that mind and that spirit got worn out first before the body.
yeah,
Body.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
You know. You,
But
you know what's
it,
funny?
it
we talk about teammates, woman being your teammate.
Yeah.
So I was looking up Michael Jordan without Scotty, Michael Jordan with Scotty.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan without Scotty had a 50% winning percentage. So
Hmm.
he was on 500 teams without Scotty. With Scotty there, he had 74.4, and he's, you know what I'm saying? So
Six-time championship.
there you go.
Teammate.
Teammate.
You
You
know,
can't do
he
it yourself.
Come on.
can't do it yourself. And guess
Yeah.
what? Jordan wasn't the greatest defensive player in the world, despite what nobody want to say. He wasn't the
Yeah.
greatest. He
Nah.
wasn't great at defending.
Nah.
Scotty, on
Scotty
the other
was
hand,
cold.
Scotty was cold.
Scotty was cold.
No doubt.
Scotty
Yeah.
Scotty
No.
came in and said, you know what? You do all the scoring. I'll add the scoring that we need that you don't
Yeah.
get us, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock down their best
They
player
best player.
so you can do
Every
your
time.
thing.
Yep. Yeah.
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 Yeah. For
They don't
sure.
give Scotty his
Teammates.
credit.
Nah.
Yep.
Oh man,
Not at
I
all.
gotta give
No.
Scotty his credit.
Yep.
Gotta give him
It's
his.
Scott.
But,
Yeah, I
and
said
that's
he
what
don't
you're
get
looking
enough
for.
though. If he had a cold gym shoe, he probably would get some credit.
Oh yeah, right, right. But at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for as a man. You're looking for
Yeah.
your Scottie
Looking for a
Pippen.
team.
Yeah. For sure.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Looking for
You
that
know,
teammate. Yeah. That's definitely what you're looking for. And ladies, that's what you got to start doing. Putting in the ladies, start looking for the intangibles.
Yeah.
Understand the difference of a quality man and a fronting man.
uh, look, the
Shoot.
difference between
'Cause
a high
they
earning man and a true high value man.
like you made. There you go. There you go. The difference. Learn the
There's a
difference.
difference.
Yeah. You know.
Say it again. I don't think they heard you in the back.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was
Say it
what you
again,
say again?
Rod. A
Right.
little louder this time.
Hey, because when you got the high earning man, he got a lot of money. That's cool. Hell, Donald Trump got a lot of money, but don't nobody like him, right? Now you get a guy that's a high value man, his character, his morals, his ethics. The way this man carry himself, you don't know if he got $1 in his pocket or $1 million because
That's
he
right.
always
You know
carries
that.
himself as a man.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and hey man, my pops, man, I love that dude, man, and all those little things he taught me as a kid, and I grew up like, man, I'm like, wow, this dude is brilliant. Like this man is smart. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I say, okay. So he say, hey man, all you gotta do is iron your clothes, man. All you gotta do is look neat, man. All you gotta do is carry yourself a certain way. Don't let your shoulders slouch over when you walk.
Come
When you
on,
walk
man.
into the presence of another man, I don't care how much money he
Yeah.
got, who he
Yeah.
is. You look that man in his eye. You let him know
Yeah.
he's
You
standing
shake
before a
his
man.
hand firmly.
Yeah.
Man,
Try
you
to
lock that
break this
boy
motherfucker
in
if
and
possible.
you shake his
Yeah.
hand. Cause
Yeah, man.
when he squeeze your hand, squeeze it back. Let him know, bro. We
Yeah.
ain't no punks
Exactly.
Yeah.
here.
Don't like nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. I was the same principles were taught to me. You don't look like where you from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So even though we know we were poor, I didn't know I was poor. I creased my jeans, I wore button ups, I had my little blazers. I looked the part like all the time. I walked a certain way. I walk in the room with people. I've been in rooms with billionaires and millionaires. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know I was the low man on the totem pole because I treat them as such. You just another man who just has a little bit more, but I'm gonna treat you with the respect that you. Hey, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man? You all right? And we can hold conversations. It's about how you present yourself, man. They don't know until you open your mouth sometimes. But on the real, is how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
love to hear that. I love to hear you brothers talk about the values that you was taught. I'm not hating, but I got values of being a good human, good person. But that manhood stuff, hey, that touches me. Like I said, I got mines in bits and pieces.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And
bro, I ain't gonna lie,
so that's what
bro.
that's what I
Bro,
always try to give my son everything, my son,
yep.
my grandson, those lessons, and my brothers up under me that we didn't have. And like I say, to hear my brother and them refer to me as the daddy and my aunt them refer to me as the patriarch, and I'm like, y'all older than me, I'm the to hear that from brothers, man, that's touched me because and it brings me to a point to where I have to like, okay, stop being so hard on yourself. You're doing okay, and it humbles me
You
to
cool.
know that life taught me them values. Outside people taught me
Yeah.
them values, and my want to be better, my want to be a good brother, a good man. You know, I searched out those values in other people, and that's what gravitated me to certain people, and I get those lessons. Man, you guys had examples of manhood in front of y'all. Never take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? And even though you done made your little mistakes in life, be appreciative of that. And I know you probably still you have memories. Those memories, man, that's cold. I don't have that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have that. I spend a lot of time by myself because of that. Nowadays, because I told the wife one time, damn, baby, I don't got no old heads to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm the old head. You
Be
know,
the old head.
yeah, I'm the old head, So, straying, I'm sorry I got off course about that,
No,
but
bro.
just like I say,
Bro, look, it's a
mid conversation.
conversation between soul brothers.
Yeah, man, just thinking about that and just thinking about how different a lot of young brothers' lives would be if they had some men or somebody giving them that guidance that you guys had to be better men, in which in turn raise better daughters. You know what I'm saying? Get them
Bruh.
away from them hoish lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Because that hoish lifestyle comes from a lot of single
Yep.
parent families and homes
Yeah.
that whore mentality.
Yeah.
Because if you got that whore mentality as a woman, a lot of times you've been violated or there's no example of what to expect from a man in your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hey man, yeah, that's a great conversation. I I I think I needed this one.
Right. And in
Reflect.
reality, man,
Yeah,
you may not had it on an individual level, but you had it from the neighborhood. Because back when we grew up, we had the village.
yes,
Had those
yes,
guys. Hey,
yeah,
yo, Bo, come here, let me holler at you, man. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
grew up in that village. Even when dad
yeah,
wasn't around, we had that village. You know what I'm saying? I had an old head called Mr. Scotty. He was from the 20s and 30s. He wore zoot suits every day. I was a shorty. I used to sit on the porch and kick it with him. He had juicy fruit. They used to call him the juicy fruit man. He'd give me juicy fruit, and we would just sit and kick it for hours, man. I learned so much from him because my dad
yeah,
was a young dad. He was 16 when I was born. So he was a young dad. He didn't know how to be no grown man, but the neighborhood village. So you got that. Some
yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah. That's
some
what I
people
had.
don't
Yeah,
get that.
absolutely.
Some
Yeah,
people don't get that. Some of these cats out here nowadays are not getting that, no matter how
yeah,
much we try. They don't want
yeah,
to get it either. I mean,
yeah,
that was a real time thought,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it.
you
And you know
know,
what?
Yeah,
I'm looking up something about fatherlessness and how it
uh,
impacts our daughters, right? When you hear a lot of women speak nowadays, you can tell that there's not a strong male figure around the
yeah,
household or whatever.
yeah,
And a lot of these young girls, like they say, they have self-esteem issues. They never have, I think a lot of times, and for whatever reason that man is not in that household, we'll tackle that another time because I got a good one on now. We're gonna tackle that one and we're gonna break it down in pieces. But for a man not to be in a household and a woman to say that I don't need a man, you have to really understand what impact that it has on your children. Like
yeah,
your son, he may pick up all your emotional ways, right? That emotional, though being overly emotional, a lot of times turns into violence. You
yep,
know, young
yep,
girls start looking for love in all the wrong places because they're looking
yeah,
for a daddy figure.
yeah,
And it's like if we are really being truthful with ourselves, man, it's like the impact that both parents have is is it can't be overstated enough. You know what I'm saying? Stop pretending like we can be replaced because we damn sure don't
mhm,
want to replace the women in our lives. You know, and a lot of times it's our fault that our children wind up with bad mothers, right? Because hey, what were we was out there slanging dick to any and everybody, you know, and it's like I gotta commend you. You don't have outside kids. I got outside kids like a motherfucker. So, you know, I commend you, brother. Hey man,
Well,
it
thank
was
you,
like
brother.
rolling dice. Oh, you get some, and hey, bro, I was just on a destructive path, man, and I'm gonna be 1,000 with you, man. I didn't prepare for living past 25, so I didn't give a fuck. I
Right.
really didn't. My whole mindset, my dad and I, 20 years apart, man, I ain't speak to him. But I'm going to tell you, the teachings that he gave me early on made me realize, like, I'm going to put it to you this way. Having my daughter made me realize what love was. And it made me realize that, damn, I did have people that loved me. My
Man,
mom was a mean lady. She was mean, right? She loved me, though. She loved me the way she knew how to love.
yeah,
My
yeah,
pops loved
That's
me.
it.
He loved
yeah,
me the way that he knew how to
You
love.
know how to love. That's
yeah,
it.
So I'm like, damn, I'm a father now. So let me forgive my parents. It took it. Hey man, I
There
ain't gonna
you
say it
go.
was perfect, but it's like, man, because I know I'm not gonna be the perfect parent for my kid. And they gonna have to forgive me one day for some stuff.
yeah,
Straight
yeah,
So
up. Straight up.
if we, talking about can you turn a hoe into a housewife? If we can get to our girls before the shit happens,
Bingo.
if we can say, you know what, shorty, look, I understand you got all these ladies out here, they making a little money, they going to Miami, they getting BBLs, fake titties, fake lashes, fake brows, new noses, all this bullshit, and they telling you that's the life. But you got to look at it though. They're filling their life up with stuff and they're still empty.
yeah,
Say it.
They
Say
got a
it, bro.
bunch of shit and they're still empty. See, they're empty where it really counts. They got a house full of shit, bank account full of money,
yeah,
but that inside, that soul empty.
My soul
yeah,
emptied in the motherfucker, man.
You know, if we can get to our daughters before that happened, man, we winning the game.
yeah.
You
So,
know, hey, what's
so.
what's that song? Olivia Lost and Turned Out.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
whispers.
The
Yeah,
Yeah.
whispers. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
If we can get to them, if we can get to them before the streets get to them, before these bitter broads get to them, man, we doing something big. We won't have to turn hoes into housewives. We'll be raising little girls to be wives.
yeah.
And then
Les Hole was
what
out here.
and what they need to understand, and our sons need to understand is, yo, when I hear men say, "I want a submissive woman," are you a submissive guy though? So
There you go.
y'all both got to submit to the rules and regulations of the relationship.
Ditto. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, like I said, man, I for real time thinking, it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
we gotta we both have to adhere to these rules that we put together. Because we came together, we sat down, we said, okay, these are what the rules and regulations are. Hey, Bo, she says, hey, you can't come in after 12, 1 o'clock. Okay, boom, that's the time. Okay, man, 12, 1 o'clock. It's not, you tell her, yo, you can't come in after 12, 1 o'clock, and then you come in at 4, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It's
right?
we both, these are the rules,
yeah,
hey, and we're gonna live by these rules right here. We're gonna submit. We're not submitting to the person, we're submitting to the rules that we came up with.
The rules of engagement.
yeah. And I got respect enough for you, and you have respect enough for me to
There you
respect
go.
the rules.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? That's it.
That's
The
it.
rules.
That's it.
Oh man.
Solid, man.
Respect
Solid.
yourself, respect yourself, whores. Y'all can be housewives. No, just quit. I'm just playing. All right, love y'all, love the ladies, man. But
Hey,
yeah, think
Nah,
more of
but
yourself.
but
Think
but
more of
but I
yourself.
mean, but can't ultimately, I ain't gonna keep y'all for too much longer, man. So hey, basically, we gonna leave it like this. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
and the
That's the
answer
question.
is yes, a hoe can be turned into a housewife when she's ready to become a wife.
Yes, and long as she has a patient mate that's willing to work with her, like she's willing to work with him, because we say pimping ain't easy, and it ain't always simping when a man
There you go.
wants,
He
what
wants.
he wants
Exactly.
who he wants,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And
So
and, and I'm gonna piggyback both of y'all, man. I agree with you. A woman can become a respectable woman despite her past. She can become the lady of your life. You just have to be forgiving of her past. She got to be forgiving of yours. Yeah, I mean yours. And she just has to be over the demons that
yes,
caused her to be that way in the first place.
There you
So
go.
if she's willing to put in the work and sacrifice. Cause come on, man, let's. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The streets was fun to me. I had fun. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. And when I first got out of the streets, man, it was like, oh man, you know, this is boring bullshit right here, man. But I realized that it was a necessary thing.
Yeah.
It was truly a matter of life or death. So when a woman realizes that, like, yo, I got to get up out of this. I'm damaging myself.
Yeah.
She can become the greatest housewife you could ever have, man. And
Yeah.
all you really looking for is somebody that's gonna be your Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Yes,
Somebody
Great close,
somebody to share some peace with,
yes, sir.
because
There you go.
peace is undervalued, baby.
Great way to close, bro. I like that. Just looking for your Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Come on, Will, take us out of here.
Take us out of here.
The doors of the church are wide open.
Oh man. Hey, to everybody, I just want to say thank you for chiming in to the Conversation with Soul Brothers. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do this every Sunday. So come on in and tap in. And if you catch us on YouTube or what's the other site? Sherrod, is it just YouTube right now?
Just YouTube right now, but
All right.
we about to
Catch us
expand
on
it.
YouTube, subscribe, and leave some comments. Talk to us about it. Anything that you hear in this comment, in this conversation, let us know, and we will get back with you. If you got a show topic, email us. Sherrod, give him the email, bro.
Oh man, you know what? I'm lacking
Okay,
on that
good.
one. I'm gonna put it up in the description. It will be in the YouTube description.
It will be in the description. But I just want to say thank you, and we're gonna say peace out. Love y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.